What is going on, everybody? The frog knows all. The frog sees all. Beware the frog! Dawn of the final day. Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly dev stream. Thomas, Matt, Sanjay, good to see y'all. Thanks for swinging by. All right, we've got a fun one this week. So last week we debuted the Frog Glove, and the Frog Glove is a really fun new tool that lets the player frog grapple across great distances onto targets. And we played around with it, had a lot of fun. It's working really good. We found a few bugs, and there were already some enhancements that we wanted to make to the Frog Glove, but we rushed it in to test it out last week. We have made those enhancements, so we're excited to test those out. So the Frog Glove can now eat small enemies, and it can... we made the frog switches, the frog statues. We made the targets linkable so they can turn on and off. So we're going to play around with that a little bit. And then we did some other things with resetting. So when blocks fall into pits now, when you leave a room, they'll reset. So previously they didn't. So we'll play around with that a little bit too. Oh, and you can grab items now too. You'll be able to grab items with the Frog Glove. So we'll play around with that as well. How does it interact with larger enemies? So hey Kitty, what's going on? We're actually working on that. I think what we are hoping to do is make it so that you will actually stun the larger enemies. So, you know, if you hit them with the Frog Glove, they'll get a little stun animation and kind of sit still. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump in and kind of play around with some of these changes and see how they work. We're kind of expecting a lot of bugs. A lot of this stuff, as usual, is kind of hot off the presses. And Thomas had to make a lot of changes to some of the systems to make this work. So we're expecting some bugs. So we'll do our best to find them all. So you can see now, when you come to the frog statue, which has a tooltip now, by the way, which I think we do need to edit a little bit, but we've got also a tooltip on the Frog Glove. So, yep. But yeah, we now have a deactivated version and an activated version of the statue. So let's play around with those a little bit, just to make sure they work. Try the wall one too. And if we put down something to trigger it. I'll just do a switch. Okay, you can't link from it, so that's good. Alright, so Frog Glove reminder, can grapple stuff. Can't grapple these yet because they're disabled. There we go. It's got a nice little animation too as they change back and forth. Oh yeah, and you can grapple chests as well. So treasure chests you'll be able to grapple too. So that's exciting. We'll play around with that. Alright, let's see what happens if you grapple while it's changing. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it keeps the animation until you're done grappling. I kind of like that. That's cool. Oops. Wait. Gotta get the timing down. Okay, so yeah, so the whole for the statue version, the whole statue keeps its animation until you're done grappling. I like that a lot. Mostly thinking about multiplayer. Oh, yeah, nice. Cool. So yeah, treasure chests can now be grappled too. Yeah. Chests are frog grappleable, because they have frog grapple ability. Oh, we created a horrible word, didn't we? Yeah, I don't think there's much else to test with the chest. We'll just make sure maybe you can, you know, hit it from all angles. That's kind of interesting. It looks like the tongue appears in front of the chest. Oh, wait, maybe not. Not a big deal, but interesting. Ah, okay. I do want to see, is there like a weird angle where I can maybe latch onto this and still get on the platform? Doesn't look like it, which is good. How about from the back? Okay. I think that's probably fine. Just another weird 2.5D thing. It's like, would you expect this to let you get to the platform? Maybe not, but... I know. Makes you sad. I think it makes sense though, right? Like, you would expect there to be some space behind the treasure chest, so I think it's okay. Let's see. Let's make sure the grouping is working. So put one of these back down. I should be looking at this monitor. And group these three together. Okay, cool. Grouping works fine, as it should. I guess the only semi-awkward thing is just that it shows 3 frog statues, even though one of them is technically a wall hanging. That's probably fine. It just works. I guess it would be a little awkward if they're all, you know, wall things. But, I mean, you get the idea of what it is, you know. My favorite Boolean frog grapple ability. Is the object frog grappleable? Yes. True. Work on the floor wall till support. Okay, cool. Oh, I just noticed this too. When you remove a group, it looks like it keeps the arrow pointing to where the group was. So it looks like we need a refresh there. I think if I hit play, will that refresh? Yeah, okay. So yeah, it refreshes when you hit play, but yeah, it looks like if you link and then, so I think it would do the same thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like when you, same thing with when you add to a group, it doesn't refresh. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, and then as soon as you move it, it changes where the arrow is. Yeah, so when we were creating the linking system, we were like, okay, we'll have the arrow point to the group outline if it's triggering the group. We'll have it point to the object if it's triggering the object. So like if you come in here and you change this, so it only triggers the object in the group and not the whole group, the little arrow will move. Just as an explanation for anyone that was wondering what we were talking about. Okay, so I think the other thing... Oh, you forgot we did that? Nice. I think, did we make the stool frog grappleable? Oh yeah, check that out. Yoink. I know we talked about this a little bit on the last stream, whether we would do this or not, and I'm glad we did. I love it. So you can definitely set up some cool puzzles with this, right? Like, you know, you're stuck on this side of the room. And you've got this switch that you need to trigger down in order to open this door. Or put the door here. And you can't open the door because you don't have a stool. And you have no way to get across. Will this fall in the pit, actually? No. Okay. Okay, you can grab it across the pit. Now you're good to go. So, lots of kind of cool stool antics, right? So you can create puzzles where, like, you've got to get the stool over here, and then you've got to go around and, like, come to the other side and grab it again and pull it back over. So it adds a whole nother level of puzzle design just by making that one little change. It's really cool. And if you push the stool into a pit, I believe we have that resetting now. Same with blocks. Oops. So there we go, stool's back. Welcome back, stool. Honestly, this adds a whole nother level to Stool Ball, the age-old pastime, because now we can give the players frog gloves and have some like crazy shenanigans going on. You know, you can have what happens if two people grab the same object? Let's find out. Oh wait, do we have shared? Yeah, we have shared inventory. Okay. Okay. Player 2 is what? It's like Alt, I think. So yeah, kind of like whoever hits it first grabs it, and then once it's done moving, the other player gets it, it looks like. Which might be kind of crazy in like 4-player. Okay, let's try from here. Oh no, it player 1 got it. Let's go like 2.5 away. I think I actually wasn't lined up to grab it. Let me try again. 2.5. Okay. Alright, well, anyway. Whatever it's doing, I think it's fine. What happens if a player pushes a stool in front of you as you're frog grappling? Okay, so you can like deny them from being able to move. I want to see what happens if I push it while they're moving. Oh, you can stop them. Nice. Actually, can you just stop them by walking in front of them? Let's see. No. Okay, so you can use the stool to stop them. That's kind of funny. Could lead to some crazy puzzles. Kind of neat. Super Dungeon Designer multiplayer Kaizo levels incoming. Alright, why don't we play around a little more with that reset when you put something in a pit. I believe the bookshelves are set to not reset. Right, so they shouldn't. I think that's everything pushable. Start by pushing player 2 in. Okay, player 2 confirmed resettable. So all players have to leave the room. And we go back. Everything's back except the bookshelf. We set to not reset. And that was intentional because the main place you're going to put a bookshelf is up against the wall. And when you put it up against the wall, you're covering something up. You don't want it to reset. You don't want it to like go back in front of the door that you just walked in. So. Okay, so now if you accidentally push a block you needed into a pit, you will get it back. Now I want to make sure, like, the destructible blocks, let's make sure they don't respawn if you destroy them. I'm pretty sure we have it set so that anything that's destroyed will not respawn. Okay, cool. Forgot to test that. Well, it's all good because they worked out. Alright, I think the other thing that we still need to test is being able to grapple items. Oh, and we need to test eating enemies too. We got a lot to test. Had to do some stuff with the enemies to make sure they don't respawn after / while falling. Oh. While falling was a thing. Nice. That's an interesting one. So yeah, the enemies won't respawn, right? If I go like... Okay. All right, we're gonna grapple all the things. That should be everything. We already played around with the stool. Okay. Signs are the other thing we were talking about. It's like, should you be able to grapple to a sign? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, grabbing a sword. Is pieces of heart a planned feature, like collect 4 pieces to get an extra heart container? No, I don't think we're going to do that. We're just going to leave it at the solid ones. So yeah, if you grapple something that you can't pick up, because we already have a frog glove, it'll pull it over to you. Which is kind of interesting, because in multiplayer, you could like grab an item for another player if you're not sharing inventories. Kind of neat. Okay, so yeah, we wanted to test making it so that you can't grapple the big hearts. And we're going to see how we like that and how you guys like it, and decide if we keep it that way or not. I think there's definitely some benefit to like being able to show a player, hey, here's a heart that you can find, you got to find a way to get it, and not being able to grapple it. Because like, sure, you could, you know, put it in a pot or something and hide it, but I think there's some benefit there. But yeah, we'll play around with that more and see if we want to keep it that way. Okay, cool. Frog grappled in for the win. Ooh, you can stack items on top of each other to hide them. Now no one knows the heart is here. Shouldn't be able to grapple major items. Yeah, we were going back and forth on that a little bit. That is still definitely up in the air. Like the sword, the bow. Maybe you can't grapple those, but kind of the same with the heart. There is an argument to be made that being able to not grapple those is helpful, because you know you can show them to the player and then they can, you know, create puzzles around it and whatnot. To me, it doesn't make sense if you're telling the player you can grapple every item except the big heart. Yeah, that's how it is in Zelda, right? Like you can't grapple the big hearts or the heart pieces. Well, you can grapple the heart pieces in some Zeldas. I think like Ocarina of Time you can, but in like some of the 2D ones you can't. Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense to maybe make it so that all the major items can't be grappled, so... You know, this stuff on the left. I can't remember if you could in Ocarina or not. For some reason I remember... Oh, I'm thinking boomerang. You can boomerang heart pieces in Ocarina, but yeah. Yeah, I was thinking boomerang. Bomb bags and quivers. That's actually kind of interesting, because if bombs are grappleable but bomb bags aren't, then you've got kind of a unique thing there, right? So... So maybe this stuff on the right here, grappleable. This stuff not. Maybe map and maybe these two. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably gonna put the major items in chests generally, right? So, and you can grapple the chest. So you still have a way to like do a grapple. Yeah, I think I agree. I think this is a good dividing line for what can be grappled, right? Do we feel like there's anything in this list that in the left side here that should be grappleable? I think the only things that I would... Boss keys. Oh yeah, boss keys. Let's put boss keys in the middle for now. Boss keys, maybe extra lives are in... Well, I think lives are okay. That's like a collectible for sure, right? If it can go in a pot, it can be pulled in. That's interesting. Although I think a lot of things can go in a pot. Yeah. It's everything. Yeah. So. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. I think boss keys might be okay. They're unique, but they're a collectible. Could be some cool situations where like you want a player to grapple and get the boss key, you know. Yeah, what do you guys think of this list? Stuff you can't grapple. Stuff you can't. Seems fine to me. Okay. Yeah, that's a good starting point. And then we can adjust from there. Yeah, I think you guys make some good points. Approve. All right, I'm getting a thumbs up. We got an approve from Matt. Kitty says seems fine. Sounds good. Items with frograppleitude. Frograppleability. I think Thomas made the joke that we should put in an apple that you can frog grapple. We could put in a new pit tile that's frog themed, and then you could have a frog gap hole that you can frog grapple over. Anyway, that's enough of that. You can eat small enemies, so let's play around with that. Oh, is it just the bat right now? Oh, that's right. The bat's the only, like, small enough enemy to eat, right? Slimes are too big. Ghosts are ethereal. Okay, just the bat. Could do whatever, right. Eat a freaking statue, yeah. We could have a frog glove upgrade that lets you eat bigger enemies. Green Kirby, yeah. Alright, so I don't have a sword. Got this bat chasing me. Oh yeah, you know what? Ever since we sped up the player, we might want to speed up the bat chase speed. I think it's a little too slow now. Too easy to get away. I love the little eating animation. Okay, so the items appear on the ground. That's what I wanted to see. Oh, if you get hit, it'll stop the enemy from being eaten. The bat rescued its friend, yeah. What is with the... Oh, ooh, that's a problem. I think we killed the bat animation by interrupting. Oh, I can walk through. It still thinks it's being eaten, yeah. Nice. Alright, I was hoping we'd find a bug. There we go. Cool. What else? Let's make sure linking works. If I eat it to death, does it trigger the link? Yep. That was kind of awesome. I love that. It's like eating them as they spawn in. Oh, did it eat the spawn effect? I wasn't even paying attention. Oops. Shoot. Hang on. Oh yeah, I guess it... I mean, it grabs the spawn effect, right? Yeah, that probably should stay where it is. Cool. Yeah, one of the things that we're going to work on next is being able to stun the bigger enemies when you lick them with the frog glove. And that has kind of some cool puzzle implications, right? Because I can like stun and it'll nudge the enemy too, like hit them a little bit. So like I could, you know, hit the warthog if he's here until he's like in the corner here. You know, get him somewhere where like it's hard to get him to, and then have him break a block or something. Kind of neat. Or get a lizard into an area so that it can fire an arrow at something. And just a nice way to, you know, have the ability to stun something, and then you can stun it and then go up and hit it with your sword. Let's see, what happens when there's a bunch of floor switches. And I grab a stool. Should trigger them all, right? Okay, that's kind of awesome, actually. That's, like, amazing. Hang on. Oh, there's fun we can have here. Yeah. You can trigger links really fast in a combination now. That's awesome. Photosensitivity warning, yeah. Could be like... I don't know what I'm doing. Connect them all to the same one. Oh, yeah. That'd be interesting. Oops. Oh, yeah, we gotta fix the undo not working after you come back. Okay, we're gonna connect them all to this one. Make it a dark room. By fix, he means implement undo serialization. Yeah, totally. Okay, ready? That's pretty cool. Trying to think what else would be cool to like rapidly trigger. Probably not much else. That was the torch act. Let's see. Okay, so it was off, so on, off, on, off, on. Okay. So it ended in the state we expected. Nice. Four torches grouped together. Wait, did I get them all? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Nice. It happens so fast. That was getting into the photosensitive area. Yeah, for sure. I want to put a warning in the game just in case. Yeah, anyway. What else? Wasn't there something else? I think we covered everything. We had the falling objects respawn at reset, grabbing items, bats, grabbing the stool, frog statues being toggled, and then being able to grapple treasure chests. I think that's everything. That's a lot, though. Really exciting to see the power of the frog glove in action. Is there going to be water at some point? Yes. There will be water. There will also be ice. So when you step on an ice tile, you'll keep sliding on any ice tiles and then stop when you hit a non-ice tile. And I'm hoping we'll have a way to interact with the water to turn it into ice, like some kind of ice rod or something you can use. And then some kind of like either the torch or some other fire type so you can turn ice into water. So being able to toggle water and ice tiles together. We all love ice block puzzles, right? Yeah, totally. Honestly, it's my favorite part of like older Pokemon games. I love doing the ice puzzles. Wish they'd do more of that. Playing through Minish Cap, and they actually had a really good ice block puzzle. Nice. I remember, it's been a while since I played through it, but Link Between Worlds had an ice dungeon that was like really good. I remember. Ice is fun. Oops. But yeah, you gotta be careful with the treasure chests because once you open them, you can't grapple to them anymore. So they're actually really interesting as like a one-time grapple thing, you know? You can create areas that you can only get to once. If I recall, Majora's Mask is the only Zelda game to use the ice rod to create ice platforms in the water. Well, other than Breath of the Wild, but that was like the rune, your tablet thing or whatever. Yeah. So now we're kind of stuck here, can't go anywhere. Open the chest. And that spawns, we can get out. I love the stool. We were so like on the fence about whether the stool should be grappleable. I'm so glad we decided to. Now here's something kind of interesting. You could hang on, let's make it even more interesting. Okay, you could put a couple platforms like this. Or I guess let's try it with just one and see if we can trigger it. And then, you know, have like a warp or something. And then time it so that you take damage right as the stool is over the switch. Dang. Let me give myself a reset door. Yeah. Gonna need that pretty often here. I don't think we're gonna get it right away. And let's give ourselves more hearts. Close. Oh no, so close. Okay, proof though that it works. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. And then, oh no, player 2's coming. I don't want them to get over there. Yoink. Now it should stay there. Yeah. Oh, because it interacted with a link. Right. So it's going to stay there when we leave the room because it's entangled with a link. Cool. And then we can come over here. Oh, can't quite reach. I was gonna say we could grab it. That'd be kind of cool. Spooky stool at a distance, yeah. Actually, here, let's... get all that stuff out of there. And then... okay, so your goal is to get here. Okay, getting better at that. Okay, so now we have no way to get over there except to take the warp. And then we need to open this door. So we gotta grab this back. And then grab it on there. Nice. So yeah, lots of cool stuff you could do with the stool for sure. Yay for puzzles. If that had fallen in the pit, you'd be stuck there. Oh yeah. Because it would respawn here, right? It doesn't respawn on a safe, the last safe tile it was on, it respawns where it started, right? But also I don't have a way to respawn it, because I don't have a way back. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I just have to give myself like a... you know, one-way teleporter to get back. If I need to. Oh, I guess, yeah, we've been down this road already where we can't really make like a really good one-way. I'm not traveling down that road again. Not tonight. Yeah, definitely a proper one-way door would be probably nice. Maybe we can make a variant of the warp that like shuts itself off after you teleport. Like just put a 1 over it. That'd be kind of cool. You thought of that too? Nice. Yeah. I like it. Oh, warp that only has one side active. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, always open from one, closed from the other. I like that because visually you can, you know, see that versus it just shutting off on its own. Trying to think, what else could we test here? What were you saying about... Oh yeah, we should reworked item celebration. Okay, so we can play around maybe a little bit with the item celebration and resetting stuff. That'd be interesting in multiplayer if you had the door open and shut as one player went through it. Yeah. I guess actually we kind of tested resetting everything. Let's try just moving some stuff around and walking through the door. We tried pushing it in a pit and going through the door, but we haven't tested really resetting, so let's see. To make sure that's all still good. The most obvious case of the player celebration change is when you grab something as you fall into a pit. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, that's all good. Huh. It's kind of cool. You can kind of weasel your way in here. Dang it. Dang it, how did I do that earlier? Yeah, apparently it was frame perfect. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, interesting. Okay, so grabbing something as you fall into a pit. So I think the easiest way... Honestly, we'll just use the stool to push something in. Oh wait, you can't. Never mind. Stool doesn't move stuff. The blocks do though, right? Yeah, it seems a little broken. I did not respawn. You broke it. Yay! We found a bug. Okay. Bug find. Oh, what happens if you eat an enemy that's holding an enemy? It should just spawn the enemy in front of it. Okay. Cool. What happens if you try to grapple a stool as it's falling? Oh, that's awesome. That's such a minor thing that I think like it's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could disable it. It's such a minor bug, but it's funny. What if we grab a stool that triggers a switch that makes a bat appear? Okay. Seems fine. Let's try a little more distance. That was really funny when we were playing around with the stool when we first implemented it, and we played around with the fall speed for how fast the stool was falling, and we made it really slow so you just would like see the stool just twirling around in the pit forever. That was pretty funny. No, the bat's protected. Got him. Okay, well, we got to test out everything we wanted to test out tonight. Twirling and becoming smaller to simulate falling. Yes. Trying to think if there's really anything else to play around with. I think we're good. I think we'll call it there. Yeah, found a few bugs. Happy about that. Appreciate the suggestion on what to do with what items should be grappleable. I think it makes sense what we came up with. We'll let the key items, like the the tools and like the weapons and stuff be, you know, not grappleable, and just the collectibles will be grappleable. Makes sense to me. Yeah, Frog Glove, really exciting. Love what it does for the game. Really excited for whenever we get to the next playtest and can see what people come up with. But thanks all that joined. We'll go ahead and wrap up there. I'll use the trailer to play us out. And yeah, if you're new here, there's a link down below to the Steam page where you can wishlist the game. We've got a Discord channel you can join to chat with us and keep up to date. And we stream every Friday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So come on back and join us. All right. Well, thanks all. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend. And we will see you next time. Appreciate everyone hanging out and chatting too, as always. All right. Have a good night all.